Do you ever feel tired because you try so hard to make other people happy? Maybe you smile when you don't want to smile. Maybe you say yes when your heart wants to say no. Maybe you check your phone again and again, waiting for one small message, one small like, one small sign that says, "You are good." Many people feel this. Many people wake up in the morning and already think, "What will people think of me today?" And maybe you feel it too. A soft worry in your chest. A small voice inside saying, "Please, someone tell me I'm enough." It's okay if you feel this way. You are not strange. You are not weak. You are human. We all want to feel accepted. We all want to feel seen. We all want someone to say, "I'm proud of you." But sometimes this wish becomes a chase. A long chase that never stops. You run after likes. You run after approval. You run after the moment when someone tells you, "Yes, you did well." And the strange thing is, even when you get it, the feeling doesn't stay for long. So today, in this episode, we will slow down together. We will look gently into this feeling. Why do you keep chasing validation? Why does your heart look outside for value, even when you know the answers should be inside you? And most important of all, how can you slowly build a stronger inner voice? A voice that says, "I choose myself," even when no one is watching. By the end of this episode, you will understand this feeling more clearly. You will see your own behavior with kinder eyes. And you will learn simple, gentle steps to start trusting yourself again. Let's begin this journey together. Slowly, softly, with an open mind and an open heart. What validation really is. Let's start with something simple. Let's talk about what validation really means. Validation means you want someone to say, "You are good." It means you want someone to look at you and say, "I see you." It is the feeling of being accepted, being approved, being liked. Many people think validation is something big or complicated. But it is actually very simple. It is the moment when you feel safe because another person gives you a smile, a like, or a kind word, and your heart says, "Ah, now I can relax." Validation is when you wait for someone's reaction before you trust your own choice. You choose clothes and then think, "Will people like this?" You share a picture and think, "How many likes will I get?" You finish a task and think, "I hope someone notices." At its core, validation is about being seen, being accepted, being told that you matter. Let me give you a small story. Imagine a young person. They take a photo and post it online. At first, they feel okay, but after 5 minutes, they open the app. No likes. They close it. A few minutes later, they check again. One like. They feel good for a moment. Then they wait for more. And suddenly their mood changes with every number on the screen. Up, down, up, down. It looks simple, but inside the heart, something deeper is happening. Because that little number feels like a message. You are okay. You are interesting. You are enough. And when the number is low, the message feels different. Maybe I'm not good today. Maybe people don't like me. Maybe I'm not enough. This is why validation feels powerful, because it connects to something very human. We all want to belong. We all want to feel safe in our group. We all want someone to look at us with kind eyes. There is nothing wrong with wanting connection. There is nothing wrong with liking compliments. It is part of being human. But problems start when validation becomes a chase. When you change your behavior just to get approval. When you stop listening to your own voice. When you wait for someone else to tell you who you are. This is why we need to understand validation clearly. Not to blame ourselves, not to feel guilty, but to see what is really happening inside us. And now that you understand what validation is, Let's go deeper. Let's look at why your heart keeps running after it, again and again. Why you keep chasing validation. Now let's go a little deeper. Let's talk about why you keep chasing validation. Why your heart looks for approval again and again, even when you don't want it to. First, let's talk about your brain. Your brain loves rewards. When someone likes your photo, when someone says good job, or when someone smiles at you, your brain gives you a small happy signal. This signal is called dopamine. Dopamine is like a tiny light that turns on inside your mind and says, yes, this feels good. Because of this, your brain learns something very quickly. When people approve me, I feel happy. And then your brain says, let's get more of that. So you check your phone again. You wait for messages. You try to act in a way people will like. It is not because you are weak. It is not because you are needy. It is because your brain is doing what brains do. It looks for things that give you good feelings. But there is more. Many people chase validation because they feel a little fear inside. A fear of disappointing others. A fear of being left out. A fear of being judged. Maybe in your childhood you had to work hard to get a smile. Maybe love came only when you did something right. Maybe you learned that you must be perfect to be accepted. And now, as an adult, your heart still remembers those old lessons. Let me tell you a small story. Imagine a child who draws a picture at school. They run home and show it to their parent. The child waits, not for the picture to be perfect, but for the parent's smile. That smile tells the child, you are safe. You are loved. And when the smile doesn't come, the child feels lost. They think, maybe I did something wrong. But the truth is simple. They just wanted connection. Now imagine that child grows up. The body grows. The mind grows. But the heart still waits for the same smile. It waits for signs of approval. It waits for someone to say, I see you. I accept you. And so the chase begins. You chase validation because it makes you feel safe. You chase it because the world feels softer when someone says, good job. You chase it because you want to belong, because you want to be loved, because you want to feel enough. But there is something very important here. Validation from others feels good, yes. But the feeling doesn't stay. It comes like a small wave, touches your feet, and then goes away. And when the wave leaves, you feel empty again. So you look for the next wave, and the next, and the next. Not because you are wrong, but because you are human. The real reason behind this chase is simple. Your heart is looking outside for something that must grow inside. You want approval because you want peace. You want connection. You want to feel strong. You want someone to tell you that you matter. But what if you could give some of that to yourself? What if the feeling of I am enough could start inside you, not outside? Now that we understand why you keep chasing validation, let's move to something brighter, something possible, something you can practice in your real life. Let's talk about how you can slowly stop the chase and start building a stronger, calmer, kinder voice inside you. How to slowly stop chasing validation. Now that you understand what validation is and why your heart keeps chasing it, let's talk about something important. How to slowly stop this chase and build a calmer, stronger voice inside yourself. You don't have to change fast. You don't have to be perfect. You just need small steps, taken with kindness. Let's begin with the first step. Step 1. Hear your own voice. First, before you ask, do they like this? Ask a different question. Do I like this? It sounds simple, but it is powerful. Because when you ask yourself first, you start giving value to your own opinion. Imagine this moment. You choose clothes for the day. You look in the mirror. Instead of thinking, will people like this? You think, do I feel comfortable? Do I feel myself? When you choose for yourself, your heart grows a little stronger. Step 2. Build inner validation. Inner validation means you give yourself approval. You don't wait for other people to tell you you're good. You tell yourself. You can start with one small sentence each morning. I choose myself today. Say it slowly. Say it gently. It does not matter if you only half believe it at first. Your heart will learn, little by little. Every day, notice one small thing you did well. It can be something tiny. I washed the dishes. I finished my work. I spoke kindly to someone. Small wins build big confidence. Step 3. Practice the pause. When you feel the strong desire to check your phone, when you want someone's comment, when you feel the need for a like or approval, just pause for a moment, a simple moment. In that moment, ask yourself, am I doing this for love or just for likes? This question is soft, not heavy. It helps you return to yourself. And if you still check the phone after that, it's okay. The pause is already progress. The pause is the beginning of freedom. Step 4. Grow your brave heart. Stopping the chase takes courage. Courage means being brave even when you are scared. Courage does not mean shouting. Courage does not mean big actions. Sometimes courage is quiet. Sometimes courage is a small no, spoken with honesty. Let me share a small story. Imagine a young adult who always says yes to others. They say yes to help, yes to plans, yes to work, even when they feel tired inside. One day, someone asks them for something, and for the first time they say, I'm sorry, I cannot today. Their hands feel a little shaky. Their voice feels small. But after that moment, something changes. They feel a new strength inside, not because someone praised them, but because they approved themselves. This is the heart of change. When you choose yourself, you grow. When you listen to your own needs, you grow. When you make decisions from your own truth, you grow. You don't stop chasing validation in one day. You stop slowly, gently, step by step. Every time you choose your own voice, every time you listen to your own heart, every time you trust yourself a little more, the chase becomes smaller. And you become stronger. Now that you know the steps and the simple ways to practice them, let's bring everything together and move to the conclusion of this episode. We've talked about a lot today. And now, as we end this episode, let's bring everything together in a simple, soft way. You now understand why you keep chasing validation. You chase it because you want to feel safe. You chase it because you want to feel loved. You chase it because you want to feel enough. These wishes are human. These wishes are normal. There is nothing wrong with wanting connection. But you also learned something important. Validation from others feels good, but it doesn't last. It comes and goes like a small wave, and you don't need to live your whole life waiting for the next wave. You can build something stronger inside you. You can build your own voice. A voice that says, I choose myself. I trust myself. I am enough, even when no one is watching. You learned simple steps to begin this journey, listening to your own voice, giving yourself small approval, taking a gentle pause, and growing your brave heart. These steps are small, but they can change the way you live and the way you see yourself. And here is one thing you can try today. Write one simple sentence at the end of your day. Today, I chose myself when... It can be small, it can be simple, but it will help your heart grow stronger, little by little. Thank you for being here, for listening slowly, and for opening your heart to this message. Remember this truth. Your value begins inside you. And every day, You have the power to choose yourself again. Let's keep growing gently, one small step at a time.